All right, so I'm going to timestamp this. This is August 16th, 2024, and in 15 days, August 31st, 2024, if you're currently getting Zoom through Working Live, your account will be gone. Like history, sayonara, you'll be starting over, you'll lose everything. You have basically 15 days. I wouldn't even wait that long. I might wait 7 at max. Even though what I'm going to show you here, what's actually going to show you is how to go from Working Live to Zoom, which is what we did, our recommendation, to go from Working Live to Zoom, direct to Zoom, at least for the video conferencing. And listen, I know Zoom's doing all kinds of stuff and Workplace is great and they're adding all the software. Fine, not talking about that right now. We're very happy with what we're doing on High Level. I went from almost $1,800 or more than $1,800 a month in subscriptions down to $500 with more functionality. Separate conversation. I'm not interested in exploring a new version of that. I think we found the best thing out there, Zach, and we still keep an eye out. We still look, but as far as ClickFunnels and Groove and those two platforms, I mean, we had Zapier and AppyPie, bubblegum and duct tape to tie it all together. Now everything's under one roof. You've built everything for us that talks, and the rinse and repeats are beautiful. The customer onboarding, the leads, the courses, everything in one shot with the CRM. I absolutely love it, but we needed to have the video conferencing software, and so do you. Now, there are 2 things you're going to give up in Working Live going back to Zoom, and you don't have a choice. This is not like Zoom's offering anything here. This is just happening. We're just part of it. Number 1 is the cloud storage is going from unlimited on Working Live to 5 gigs, which is almost nothing. It's about 3 or 4 meetings for me tops. So cloud storage is out. I'll show you the workaround around that. And the seats going from 500 seats down to 100. For most people, that's not a problem. For $50, you can upgrade your seats. So if you're going to have more than 100 that you think are going to show up, you can, for $50, you can get 500, or you could do $50 a month and have 500, but mostly you aren't going to need the 100 until a little bit later. Now, what we're going to do on this, Zach, why don't you take us into, so I've moved mine over, we tested everything. I'll show you the only setting that we had to change and fix. I'll show you what to check. Everything moved over in about 5 minutes. It was done. It was easy. Zach, why don't you take him into your account profile, because we're going to move yours. I mean, it's Golden Goose's, but we're going to move your seat from Working Live to Zoom. So why don't you go ahead and take over for me?
Perfect. Will do. We're going to log into Zoom. And right when you go into Zoom, it's going to take you one of 2 places. It's either going to go to your profile or the meetings page. But either one of those aren't taking you where you need to be. On the left-hand side, you're going to scroll down to where it says Account Profile. Now that is different than the profile up at the top. The profile at the top is your base settings. Account Profile is where basically all of your billing and everything takes place down there. And then you'll see right up at the top, it says Account Profile, and then it says Enterprise and Working Live. And that's what we need to change, because right now, anyone working live is part of their enterprise, and we're going to leave it. So when you scroll down, it's going to say Unassociate and Create Your Own Account. That's the button we want to hit. So I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to say yes. I will, before I click yes, I will say, make sure that if you have recordings in your account, you have already downloaded them. You have already saved them. You have already deleted them. They should stay there, but in the IT world, the word should is a scary word.
Well, the reason you delete them is because when you go over, if you've been used to unlimited recordings and you go over to 5 gigabytes of data, you're going to get a bill. Now, maybe not the first week, but listen, delete, clear, check all, delete all, get rid of all those cloud recordings. We're going to show you the way we record now. It's a lot easier. It doesn't take up the space and you won't get charged. Space on Zoom is ridiculously overpriced. If we're not unlimited, you're going to have to delete. I'm going to show you the work around that, but do not move your account from Working Live to Zoom with hundreds upon hundreds or dozens upon dozens of recordings already set. Zach, go ahead.
Right. And just, if you need to do that, on the left-hand side, go to Recordings, and it'll show you exactly how many recordings you have in the cloud. Now, I have recordings in my computer, but I don't have any in the cloud.
That's right.
Because it says right here, no results found in the cloud.
Good.
And that's what you want to see. So we're going to go back to their account profile. We're going to roll down. We're going to unassociate, and we'll hit yes. And that'll say I am now going to a free account.
you just moved from working live to what was $160 a year to a free Zoom account.
Correct.
Right? That's what happens when you push that button. You are now a free Zoom account. So meaning you have 40 minutes of meetings. It's not unlimited. It's not, but it's a free account. Now, Zach, take them through what they need in order to go to a paid account and the reasons they will need a paid account.
Yep. And so basically what it just brought me up, it's having me sign in again. And it will do that. It's going to, log you out and make you sign in again. And my password is not an easy one.
Well, that's another topic for another day is making sure your passwords can't be hacked, or at least that it's more difficult to hack. At least can't be hacked in like 90 seconds or whatever the algorithms or the tools that they have now. I mean, you got to have a password. What would you say, Zach? Over 11 or 12 characters now, maybe 13 characters?
That would be the best. And you also want it to be a mix of numbers, letters, and when possible, an extra sign in there.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff that 8 characters can be hacked by systems today in probably about 90 seconds. So you're doing that on yours, but you'll see the account profile now says free. It says free account. The meeting capacity is 100, but keep in mind on free you only get 40 minutes. And you can't do all the things what we do that we teach you to do that you need to do in a free Zoom account.
Right.
So, but look at all over the place, tells you to upgrade here, gives you plenty. It will not let you miss the chance to upgrade your account.
Right. And it'll also say provides educational services to children under the age of 18. That's nothing we're looking to turn on. We're not trying to pose as a school or anything. But where you're going to go is, right to, you could either upgrade up at the top, you can upgrade right by where it says account type, you're just looking, or you can even go to plans and pricing.
Yep.
Where if you click on plans and pricing, that will show you exactly, what you're going to see. And it's the same place every upgrade button is going to take you. So you're going to look at for what we're trying to do. So with the free account, again, you get 100 participants. You get, the basics that they have, meetings up to 40 minutes. So if you're not doing anything over 40 minutes, maybe you can hold off for a little bit. But if you want over 40 minutes and you want, the recording again, then, like it says right down here, cloud storage, 5 gigabyte. And that's your first step is right there, the pro step.
So go ahead, Zach, click on it. Click on Pro Step.
Click on that Pro Step.
And here's your $15.99 a month or $159 a year. So you're getting like 2 months, right? You're getting 2 months for free because that's, $15.99 times 10 months would put you at the 160 that they're asking for. So you get 2 months for free by paying the year. So what's going to happen now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to change my screen just for a second. And I'm going to put in here, let me go back to that. Because this is one thing that we did. You can add on certain things. We added on the larger meetings, but we added onto mine because if we do events or challenges, it'll be over 100, or meetings over 100. We'll do it on my profile. Zach, I don't think you'll ever have a need to be over 100. You're the implementation, the one-on-one support. If you do need a meeting over 100, maybe it's something about our high-level services or whatever, then you can do that on the main profile. This is more the implementation profile, so we're not going to add. You could add more cloud storage. It's expensive to do it here. You could add, add this, we added this on one meeting. We're not going to add it here. We're just going to give Zach all the abilities of the pro level. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to enter my information here and actually pay the bill on the company card so that we can get this done. And it shouldn't take me long. I don't want to obviously put my info in front of everybody here. So Zach, give me just a second just to type it in.
Yep, for sure. And while he's doing that, we showed the other day, and we can even show in this one, where if you are going to record to your computer, we highly suggest recording to an external drive. And right under the video settings, if you click on the video setting and bring up the small menu in meeting.
Here it is. Here's the camera. Camera's pointing at an arrow. Go ahead, Zach. Here's video
settings. There you go. And you go to video settings. On the left-hand side, you'll go right to recording. And the very top setting is exactly where you want those meetings to go. So you could send that right to your external drive.
And that's
And
what
that
we've
way,
done.
any recording you're doing is going to your external drive, not clogging up your computer.
Yeah, so this external drive has nothing on it except a spot for Zoom recordings. Now Zach, this is only about a 2 terabyte drive. There's plenty for what we're doing. About every month or so, we'll have to go through it and clean it out. You could put any size drive you want on here. It's just connected to my computer. That's all. But you map it right here.
Yep.
Hit OK, and that shows you where those recordings will go. All right, let me go finish this up. Put my name in here. There we go. And that. And yeah, for me, why not take the 2 months? By the way, when I did the upgrade on the seat capacity for me, to the 5, by the way, it goes from 100 to 500. There's no like in between, right? I thought there'd be 300. No. It goes from 100 to 500. Don't love that. But, there also was not a break for paying for the year. It was $50 per meeting you want to upgrade, or $50 per month, or $50 per month times 12. You could pay up front for 0 discount. So that one I just paid monthly. No problem. We'll be good to go. Now, one thing it's asking me here, it's asking me to do some survey stuff, right? So I answered the questions. Zach is now all good. Bill is paid. He's all good to go. Zach, you may need to refresh your screen or log in. We'll take a look and make sure you're good. And by the way, it's asking you yet one more time. Would you like to add Zoom Scheduler? No. Large meetings, not for this account. More storage? No. You can kind of piece these out as you need. But now you'll see my next charge date will be August 16th, 2025. I'm in Zoom. I'm good to go. Zach, you are all set. Now, things to check.
Thank you, sir.
Things to check. This is important. Under my account, you're going to go into settings, and I want you to check here. I want you to type in HD. I want you to make sure that look at that, HD. Got to turn it on. HD's on. Now, maybe you had it off, maybe you didn't, but it's on now. The other one is meeting security. Whoops. And we want to make sure that, you have to have a secure option now. Before we didn't. We could have anyone come in and out of our meetings anytime. So what we want to go check now is that in our meetings, and I'll just go to one that you already have teed up for later on. I want to make sure that I have, I can't, let me make a new one because this one's, we're on just our normal Zoom link. So that one's, when you schedule them through Calendly or through High Level or your calendars, it does the same meeting code. So I'm going to schedule a new meeting here. I'm still in your account, I believe. Yep. So I'm going to do a schedule a meeting and show you that what you need to decide down here is you need to have either a passcode, a waiting room, or require authentication to join. If you want to do authentication to join, they just have to be signed into Zoom to join. Most people will figure that out. If you do the passcode, though, now this has to be done with it. They need this in order to sign in. Although there's one workaround around it. I'll show you in a second. But I like doing the waiting room, Zach, because sometimes we get appointments that come back to back, particularly in implementation. And I don't necessarily want somebody coming into the meeting unless we know about it. So the waiting room for us is fine. We played a little video in the waiting room. All good. We can let them in. They know we're aware of them. It lets us know. That's all fine. You have to have one of these selected. Before we didn't, but we must pick at least one option. Just check your scheduled meetings. Make sure that it's not on passcode or anything like that, and you should be good to go. Now there is one workaround that if you go into your settings, let me see if I can find this. If I can't, I'll do something different on it. But I want to look at the passcode, and I thought there was a way to embed the passcode into the link. So what'll happen is if this is turned on and you send them the invite link, it's already in there, so they can just join. But I've become not such a fan of that, Zach, because I want to just know who's in the meeting at all times. And I always have participants in chat open anyway. In fact, I can show you participants in chat here are always open. Let me just pull this back just so you can see. They're always open, so I know who's in the meeting. If there's a waiting room participant, they'll show up right here. I can let them in. My co-host can let them in. No big deal. So, Zach, it's that easy, man. Everything's done. Everything's set. We didn't want to have a solution that you'd have to do again in a few months, or that might get caught here or there. I mean, it's about the same price, right? $160 to working live, but obviously we lose the unlimited cloud storage. We lose the 500 seats. I'm sure there's a couple other things that we lost, but nothing that will really upset the apple cart here in terms of what we're doing. But we wanted to show you step by step, move by move, exactly how you would bring this working live saga, this issue, the surprise that we just found out a week ago. We had 3 weeks to do something about, is now all sorted out. The research is done. This is what we've done, and now you've seen exactly how to do it for yourself. Zach, thank you very much. I think we're in good shape.
Absolutely.